Yeah, first of all, I'm very happy to have it in Germany, the first time. It's one of the biggest market, and I think it's challenging to host all these people. But compared to other events, fighting for participants, we are fast growing.
Yeah, and I noticed more than ever there is quite a serious undertone in this event concerning the geopolitical situation. You even mentioned that in your opening speech this morning. What is your message, the political message you had this morning?
Yeah, years ago we talked a lot about the war in the Ukraine, the discussions with the Chinese after COVID. We had to struggle to get back to a global supply management. Deglobalization was one of the key words, and instead of getting out of this corner, we recognized now after the behavior of the United States that it's getting even worse than better in Europe, and therefore we have to focus now on Europe. We have to find a solution to develop our European robotic stuff with European resources, with European researchers, with European companies. I don't want to close Europe. For sure we are open, for sure we want to partner and continuing the good relationships we have with the universities and the companies overseas. But what will happen if it's not possible for us to get the technology in the future? And that's something we have to address and we have to discuss. That's unfortunately brand new now.
Yeah, exactly. And we are here with the European robotics community. What can the what should the European robotics community do to achieve as much autonomy as possible in these uncertain times?
We have to double check the supply chains. We have to build up a risk map. What are we using? What kind of software packages do we use from outside of Europe? What kind of chipsets do we use? What kind of gearboxes and all these things? And then we have to double check, do we have to do it by ourselves? For example, gearboxes are coming very often from Japan, but Japan is a really reliable partner, honoring IP, honoring contracts which we have. I know this from my industry background. There is no really need to react on this side. On the other side, with software, AI-based software from the big companies overseas, nobody knows, and I think that's challenging for our research institutes to get an answer to this, and it's challenges for the governments to do the right funding and to get the funding in place.
Excellent. Yeah, and apart from politics, one more topic I would like to mention, that's real innovation. We had a great keynote this morning from Mercedes. They had this announcement about actually using humanoids in industry. What's your view on the rise of the humanoids, so to speak?
Yeah, I hope it's not the same like we had in the past with e-mobility, that every car should be an electric-driven car, and now we recognize that it's perhaps not possible and we have to change. Getting back to the humanoids, I would say first we should find an answer to the question why. I think the golden circles, why are we doing, what are we doing, and how are we doing it, would be pretty good to find an answer to this question, because normally the humanoid is the what, that's what we are doing, and our researchers are proud in making this happen. But the usage, that's very often the main question, and we have to understand and to analyze the use cases in our plans, in our focus areas. And it's not only the automotive field, not only smart production, it's maintenance and inspection. In this case, perhaps it might be interested having a leg-based robot, a walking robot. Or in the medical field, we learned that people perhaps want to talk to a humanoid in different areas. That's very interesting in Asia. In Europe, people like more talking to a machine and not to a human-faced humanoid. I think that's the topics which we have to discuss.